book. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Alright.
welcome to. I've forgotten what episode this is. Not really. I'm writing
It's like
episodes.
episode like 6, I think.
Episode 6 of Not Too Sure what This Is About podcast. You're listening to the soothing sounds of Cement aka Stonez and DerpGamer 1990. Derp,
Oh yeah.
how you doing?
How you doing, man? How you holding up?
Yo, I was quite happy this month, as a avid
Really?
football fan. As a football fan, obviously, the World Cup has been keeping me on really busy because
Wait,
like
when's the final? Because I know it's the final. Right? I don't follow football, so it's kind
oh
of
yeah.
strange.
So we're recording this on uh July 14th, Saturday. So the finals tomorrow, Sunday.
Oh shit!
Yo, this
Damn.
this World Cup has got me happy, because like I feel like the way it's gone. Let me tell you what this World Cup has been and like the build up to it, right? So it's been in Russia this year, and
Yeah.
next year, like the next rendition will be in Qatar in 2022.
Oh
So
shit! Yeah.
yeah, so a lot of people, a lot of the media were saying, look at this, the death of football. You see Russia, and then we have Qatar.
Wow.
Oh God, you see, it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrendous. But
People
throughout,
are so racist and judgmental.
yeah, it's been so racist and
Like,
judgmental.
check this out, dude. Check this out. In America, everybody's like, oh yeah, black power, racism is bad, yada yada. But then the second the football World Cup is in Qatar, oh no, the death of football. Fucking
Exactly,
hypocritical racist
exactly. The death of
pieces of
football.
shit.
Like, what's up with that? And they have not been vindicated because the World Cup in Russia has been splendid. Everyone's loved
Yeah,
that shit.
it's actually been like
Even
pretty good.
even if you're not like an avid football fan, if you just like tune in for a couple matches,
Dude,
just,
no shit. Like, all of my friends are like, they don't follow football at all. And then since the World Cup started, they're all like hyper football fans. They're like, oh my god, this player is so good and this player is underperforming, yada yada. These people haven't even watched football once in their life and they're like so into it.
yeah, and I'm happy because now like it gives people in Qatar hope. Obviously, I'm coming from a place of bias. Like I want Qatar to do well, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
but now we've shown, Russia has shown like a lot of the West that their opinions really don't matter, and it's really
Yeah.
just an event that anyone can host.
It's a very good PR move on
Yeah.
Russia's.
Yeah, it's a
behalf
very good
as well.
PR move. It works for Qatar and Russia both. So like I feel like it's very emotional. People are just getting emotional for no reason. I've been getting into arguments on Reddit. God damn.
And I feel like when this whole Qatar bribery shit happened, I mean, come to think of it, right? Like, the bribery thing sucked, and Qatar, there are officials in Qatar who are corrupt and yada yada.
Mhm.
But, Qatar is a pretty good country. Like, the people are not bad. All right, they're kind of sweet. They're kind of nice, and the country itself is very well developing. And it's not like for example, the UAE who got all this oil money and just fucking shat on itself. Qatar's actually taking the money and putting it in good use.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're having issues, with slave work, slave labor. But that's improved since it's coming to light. It's as if somebody's kicked Qatar in the ass and they're like, okay, we're not.
See,
going
the
to
thing
do
is,
that
the
again.
thing is, like with these events, these global events, it's kind of good to send them to shitty places. Like it's kind of good because it puts them into the limelight, right? Now they actually have
Yeah.
to solve their problems. Like, oh, we had
Yeah. That's a good point.
we had problems.
Yeah.
We had problems with slavery. Now we actually have to fix this, and it's like thanks to the
Yeah.
World Cup, this has happened. Imagine if you just say, "Oh
And-
no, let's keep it in UK, let's keep it in America." Yo, what's that gonna change for the world?
Yeah. There's this thing, right? Okay, so two things, right? I was watching this Jimmy Kimmel video where he went onto the street because Trump was visiting some countries, and then Jimmy Kimmel was like, "Let's see if Americans know basic geography," and they went out onto Hollywood Boulevard, and they got a bunch of random pedestrians to they got them a map, and they said to the pedestrians, like, can you tell us the name of any country on earth, right? And
No way.
basically, I mean, I'm pretty sure like they selected the dumb people, but then none of them could like they were like pointing to like the African continent and saying like, is this South Africa or like South America? And they're like, is this Africa? It was so fucking pathetic, right? But
Uh,
then this kid comes along, and he just like starts fucking machine gunning country names, and everybody's like clapping. But like that just goes to show how fucking ignorant people are. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, we're picking on America, but I'm pretty sure if you go to other countries, it's gonna be the same. Public education is not very good. They're gonna be like, yeah, we don't know any countries. But with all these events,
mhm.
like internationally, where they put emphasis on like lesser known countries, it sort of like encourages like, I don't know, international awareness, and like this country
Exactly.
here
And why
is gonna
wouldn't
be
you
very
want that? Why
cultured.
wouldn't? Why would look? Football is the global sport, right? And you want to advertise it. You want to make sure like it goes everywhere. A couple years ago, it was in South Africa, and then now it comes to Russia, and before that, it went to like a developed country. It went to Germany, right? And that's just the
Yeah.
cycle. I don't I don't understand. And also about the ignorance thing. Like a lot of
I kind of I kind of
I've
feel
been
like it was.
I've been reading like a lot of people saying, okay, we can't have a World Cup in Qatar because they don't like football. They don't like football,
That's so dumb.
right?
That is so dumb.
No, it just plays into the ignorance. I know we're just
Yeah.
there's not much of a discussion here, but like people think like Qataris are just like some posh aristocratic monarchs who walk around sipping tea, driving in their Lamborghinis. Like niggas ain't got time to go outside and watch football. Seriously, seriously, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
I
sad.
feel like it was kind of funny because the World Cup was in Russia, and then didn't
And then
didn't the
everyone
US
everyone thought
didn't the
like,
US win
oh no,
the bidding for like the next one
oh yeah,
after Qatar?
yeah, after Qatar.
They're like, fuck Russia. Russia's not that good. We can host football as well. Oh, except it's gonna be, soccer. Instead of FIFA, it's gonna be like fucking
How
FIFA or some
ironic!
shit.
How ironic! Yo, they're gonna
Yeah,
say like, "Oh man, you don't have a football culture." What they call it soccer?
yeah,
They call it soccer,
yeah. They call it soccer. It's
dude.
fucking
How you gonna put
it's so
football in
funny.
Canada? No, it's a lot of hypocrisy. Like I've just been getting into arguments on Reddit, niggas talking about, man, it needs to be a prerequisite. You need to have gone to the World Cup so that you can host the
Yeah,
World
it's
Cup.
kind of fucking dumb. Yeah.
Ah,
On the other hand, you see how well I performed in Russia. Okay, side note. Okay, I was watching a couple of football. So I used to follow football, right? But
uh-huh.
like I have recently.
Yeah.
But I was watching, and you see the Russian team perform. And there's a part of me saying, Russia has never made it to a World Cup. There's no way they can be like winning, getting so far.
Yeah.
That Putin has had to pay these fucking teams over there. There's no way Russia's fucking beating all these A-list teams, right? And they've never made it to World Cup.
I don't think.
On the other hand, I'm like, is this actually just the advantage of fucking? Is this just home advantage?
I
Like
think
I,
it
I
is.
don't know how far it goes.
Yo, yeah, my dad was saying like, oh yeah, they have to be paying them. There has to be some kind of bribery. But then that just doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah,
okay, you would bribe like a local amateur team tournament. You know,
yeah,
local
exactly.
local Jimmy has $100. He just wants to see his kids win. He's just gonna pay you something
Yeah,
like that. You can't bribe the biggest stage on the biggest stage. What do you
exactly.
have to
The
gain?
fucking international FIFA teams bribing them is gonna take a hell of a lot of money. It doesn't make sense, but
Yeah, it's gonna take a
yeah,
lot of money, and like
arguably,
you don't like the World Cup is once every 4 years. It doesn't come around
yeah.
that often. And you want to be remembered for
Well, I
being.
mean, we say that, right? We say that, but then there's been incidents in another sport I used to follow but don't follow anymore, cricket, right?
Mhm.
Like my home country, Pakistan, is infamous for being bribed and shit, right? And they've like been bribed in like cups and like World Cups as well, and like fucking matches, and it's been this huge
Really?
scandal and fiasco where, you know, players from our team get like banned for being like bribed and shit. But it's happened in like big sports, so I wouldn't exactly be surprised if it happened in FIFA, but it would come as a bit of a
I mean,
damn, you know what I mean?
you'd be paying whoever you'd be bribing, you'd be paying like a lot of money, like a lot,
Yeah, like
because
some
like
big bucks.
footballers these days they're millionaires. Even like your average Premier League
Oh
footballer.
yeah, dude, they get so much fucking money for kicking a ball,
Yeah,
man.
and
It's
like
fucking insane.
if you're gonna come to man with like coins, $1,000, $1,000. What am I gonna do with a
Yeah,
thousand bucks? Buy my groceries?
yeah.
Yo, no, but I'm looking. I've officially started counting down the World Cup in Qatar, man.
Counting
I can't
down
wait.
what?
I can't wait to be like, someone, someone, yo. That'll be cool. That'll be good. But otherwise, yo. So like, yeah, that there's been the World Cup going on, and
Yeah.
what else?
I,
What else?
I kind of wanted to talk about something, right? And this is a bit personal, and okay, I don't know our audience or whatever, but this is something I've been wanting to talk about since we the last one, and
Uh-huh.
it's mental health. Yeah. Okay, so this is quite a personal
Oh
topic,
shit.
and it's very it's very serious, right? And I mean, we joke about this shit a lot, right?
Uh
Like
huh.
people with mental health issues, they sort of, you know, we have the ability to joke about it, like sort of like graveyard humor.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to talk about some of the issues, right? So I recently, I'm not gonna disclose any personal info, but I had a friend who um, attempted suicide, you know, recently, and I mean, you know, it's kind of, you know, fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to talk about it, right? Like, what are your thoughts on? I don't know how to put this. It's a really hard topic to talk about, but I want to shed some light onto it, right? Because I've personally suffered from it for a very long time, and you know this, but I don't know, you
Yeah.
know, how other people think about it. But like, I, you know, people come to me and they say, you know, I've had a couple of people come to me and say, you know, you got this podcast, you should talk about it and talk about, you know, why people should like cling on to hope and stuff like that. And you know, with recent events, what I said, you know, that would, you know, be justified and make sense. But this is gonna sound really fucking harsh and fucking soul crushing.
Uh huh.
But honestly, but honestly, like,
Now, so,
if you wanna kill yourself,
yeah.
just fucking do it too.
What?
Fucking honestly, or some background, right?
Okay.
When people,
Okay. Yeah.
let me explain myself. I know I'm laughing, right? But this
Yeah.
is because I've done this shit for so long that I can like talk about it relatively comfortably. Alright, I've talked
Uh huh.
about this with a lot of people for a long time, and I am like really comfortable with talking about like mental health issues, right? Now here's the thing: when people come to you and they're like, "Yo, man, life is worth living," it really is, isn't it? It's fucking garbage.
Ah,
Um,
I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends. If there's always something, I think there's always something for somebody to live life for. Like, despite like a lot of shit things that happen, like I don't know, you might lose a job. I don't know, maybe like your GPA is close to 0.2, shit like that, right? But I think there's always something to look up to look forward to in life. That's like for me, right? For like over a year, over the past year, like I had literally like zero things. You imagine like an African youth staying at home. I had nothing to look
yeah.
forward to. so crushing, man. And especially when you're on Snapchat and you're looking at other people like doing their own thing and like, damn, motherfucker, this
That's
nigga's
something. That's something I wanna touch on it.
Snapchat is
So
toxic. But you know, like for me, wait,
let's talk
let me
about
just
something.
finish. For like me
Yeah.
personally, the one thing like over the past year, now I'm over like that phase, right? But what I used to look forward to, believe it or not, I used to look forward to growing facial hair, dude.
That's not gonna happen.
Dude,
Knowing you, that's never gonna happen.
dude, nah,
Honestly,
nah.
like
Look, man. I'm starting to get that like middle grade stubble. I can see it now. You know,
finally, dude.
like Gareth. I'm starting to get a Gareth mustache. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man.
So that's
Honest. Yeah.
just finding something to live for, something to look forward to. Like even if it's like the minutest, the dumbest shit ever. I feel like that helps a lot in just keeping your mental health, keeping you sane. I like that.
All right.
Uh huh.
Um, I've got so I've got a right now because we don't plan this podcast at all.
Yeah.
We don't do any fucking prep for it at all. We don't read up on anything, and all the shit we say is mostly off the top of our head, and any residual content. But so I might not seem very coherent here, which to me is justifiable and acceptable.
Uh huh.
But one way I'm gonna sort of dig deeper into this topic. It's talking about sort of vision, right, and the ability to view yourself.
Talking
And
about what?
relative to so vision, right? So
Oh, vision.
how you view yourself relative to other people in time, right? So for example, right, a lot of people. All right, so I don't want to generalize and label people, right? But from what I gather, right, people with these sort of issues, they sort of have difficulty looking forward to days or their life because they don't see anything. They don't see anything coming up for them. They don't see. Uh, they don't have any ambition. They don't see themselves anywhere in like maybe a day, maybe a month, maybe a year, maybe
But
10 years.
why does it get to that stage? Like even me,
I feel like
like me,
there's a lot of
like me. I live in a. I don't know. I generally don't understand like why like you can have a lack of vision. I'm African. I live in one of the poorest countries around, but still like I
yeah.
wake up and I'm like, yo, I gotta get this shit done because later on in life I want to
I
be
feel
rich
like
as fuck. Okay,
right.
that's why I
I
create a
feel like
podcast. I have a vision.
when you talk about these things, right, and this is something, um, this brings me back to something a friend of mine said to me that emotionally scarred me a while back, and they said, "Why you feel so bad, right? Other people have it worse than you." But
Uh huh.
that's such a terrible thing to say. That's not the point either. The point is everybody's troubles are relative to everybody's pain is relative to. And it's not fair to say that people in Africa are living on the streets, drinking dirty water from rivers, eating barely any food, any farm food. They're living on scraps, and yet they're living and they're happy to live. And then you, in this huge, gigantic metropolis with like 100 opportunities and one of the highest, finest standards of living. Not talking about myself because that's like far.
Mhm.
But like for example, this person, you would say like this white person, for example, the perceived privilege or whatever of a white person living in a city. How are you feeling bad when there's people in Africa who are happy to live and you're like, I want to kill myself? Like that's not fair because
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, there's just so many things, chemicals in your brain, hormonal things, and your life
Yeah,
issues
I
and
understand. Like, okay, your happiness or your sadness shouldn't be defined by somebody else's like struggles or what somebody else is going
yeah,
through, right? But
yeah,
that wasn't my point at all. My point was, um, how I'm genuinely asking, like, how can you like get to the point where you have a lack of ambition?
Yeah. So
Like,
from what I okay, so I'm like because of what I've like gone through, right?
uh-huh.
I've always had this unique interest. I don't know if it's very unique. I've had this very large interest in psychology and how the human brain works, and what people go through when they're suffering through these sort of issues.
Yeah,
And from what I can gather from the research I've done, is that there's just so many the human life is just a fucking melting pot of variables, right? There's so many things that can go wrong just by like a little bit, and they just completely fuck up. Like, it's just like a cascading event of bad things, right?
yeah.
For me, right? Okay, so there's a lot of reasons why people are depressed, and people suffer different mental issues like bipolar issues, or but or like multiple personalities. There's so many risks. There's child abuse, domestic violence, um, not enough parental guidance, not enough love as a family, piss poor education, um, not enough social interaction with people outside.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's physical, shortcomings like not enough, chemicals in your brain. Uh,
Yeah. I
depression
guess
due
I
to
guess
bullying.
I guess I could understand
I,
like the
I,
physical thing.
I'm gonna try to like sort of loop it right back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I really want most of the things we talk about aren't very coherent. But I really want to make sure that while talking about this, I say something of substance, because and I don't want to be that guy who says depression is wrong and you should be happy, because that's not true from my side of view. I want to make sure I get a point across, and it might seem like the wrong point to a lot of people, and it might seem harsh and anti-human to say some of these things, but I
Yeah.
really want to make sure that I get something of value across it. So coming back to the vision, right? Like I said, there's a lot of reasons why people have these issues, and these issues lead to shortcomings in your vision, and about people seeing themselves happy and healthy in a certain future, and for me that's always been an issue, right? I live by hour, right? I don't look forward to anything because I'm not sure I'll make it to that to that point in life. I don't see myself anywhere in a year. To be fair, I see myself in a grave in the next year, right? And that might seem like depressing and sad, and it might seem like I'm inviting pity, or it's not. It's the absolute truth, and I don't want people to feel sorry or that. It's just it's just the way the human mind thinks when it's gone through. And I mean, when people say, I've gone through issues or whatever, it's not like they're telling a sob story, or
Mm-hmm.
anything. It's just, people go through a lot of things. And, for me, after what I've been through, this is like sort of just the way I think. And I feel like when you're in that vision, and this might go both ways, this might go, it might seem like I'm saying this is only because you've been through certain experiences and you want to kill yourself, or this might also seem like me saying that killing yourself would seem fine to you because you've been through all of this. I'm not saying either of that. What you do is up to you. Whether you try to kill yourself, I'm not going to say that's wrong, because that's your perception of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
obviously, to
Yeah.
humanitarians, that might seem like I'm like inviting people to kill themselves in a really sort of like weird way. But honestly, to me, you know, suicide isn't like, people say it's like the easy way out. It's not. It's just an end. It's a means to an end of suffering, and, just the
I don't think.
multitude of
Look,
issues.
I don't think. Obviously, I don't think I personally go through any lack of confidence, like which leads me to having no ambition, which puts me in a certain state, right? But
Yeah.
I certainly don't think that um, suicide is either an end to a suffering or the easy way out. I don't advocate at all for suicide. I think suicide is unfortunate because in our societies, from the societies that us two, we come from. The thing like mental health is often like, it's looked up. It's a taboo subject. Like you can't talk
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
like it's got a stigma.
It's got a stigma. It shows weakness. y- y-
Yeah,
Things like that, right? Um, but however, I think we're opening up. You have to realize, as a person who might suffer this, that you have to realize that society we're opening up. When you see like a Zimbabwean and a Pakistani uh, internationally discussing the subject, it means that times are changing, right? And
yeah,
for that, that is something to look up to. See me, I always live by that mantra that regardless of how bad things are, there's always something to look up to. However, if you're dead, right? If you decide to cap yourself, there's nothing, there's nothing literally that can happen. Nothing can get better.
I mean,
Nothing.
apart from like, if you follow religion or
Look.
whatever, but
I mean, like,
we
okay,
don't talk about that
okay,
shit.
okay. You know what? I mean, no. Even if you take that into consideration, right? If you cap yourself according to a lot of religions, you're going straight
Yeah,
to the pit.
you're gonna have. That's
Like,
kind of fucked up,
you know.
right?
Okay, but I feel like that's a thing that if I was a social worker, if I was a therapist,
I feel like
that'll be one of
there's
my
this
main
pattern.
points. That, dude, things can, if you're alive, things can either go better or slightly worse. I wouldn't even mention the slightly worse. Things have the potential to get better.
When you're
Are
at the
you?
bottom
Yeah.
of a pit,
Uh-huh.
the only way to go is up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way to go is up. However, like if you're at the bottom of like not a figurative pit, but a literal pit that is covered up, dude.
You're fucked. Yeah.
lol, lol. No, but I think one of the main things. I'm not very nuanced. I don't know the nuances of mental health at all. I don't discuss it a lot, but a lot of things. I go through periods where I'm sad. I wouldn't say I'm depressed. Nah, I don't know.
Mm,
But I go through periods where
yeah.
I'm sad. I know like okay, like when I'm gonna like look back 10 years later in life, I'll be like, remember that time that if I had caved in, then yo, it would have been over. It would have been halas. But
Yeah.
look, I soldiered through, and now look where I am. Now this is a testament
Mm.
to who I am. Maybe I can pass this message on to my kids. Like I feel like um, stress makes people stronger. Like if you're exercising physically,
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yeah.
straining your muscles makes you stronger. And suicide isn't like cutting off your arms after you exercise because like they hurt isn't gonna help you grow more muscles. Suicide is not
Yeah.
gonna make the pain go away. It's just gonna it's
I
gonna
mean, it
inflict it to
does.
somebody
It
else.
kind of does.
Nah, if you take
Yeah,
it if
yeah,
you
you're gonna shift it. Yeah, you're gonna shift
you're
it.
gonna shift it to somebody else. Now somebody has to like bury you. What? Make
But
sure that.
doesn't the
Uh-huh.
human doesn't a human deserve that very basic greed to want to end his own suffering and
I
maybe
think. I
pass it
think.
on to
I
someone
think.
else?
I think that, dude. I think euthanasia. I think you. I like the. I like the Dutch model of euthanasia. I like the Swiss and the Dutch model of euthanasia. But it shouldn't apply to mental health. It can only apply to something physical. Like, okay, girl is in stage 4 cancer. At its peak, she can't even lift her hand up. I think that's when you go like, okay, you have the right to, to end yourself. But I feel if it's this is where we get into
But
the
then
taboo subject of mental health is just
yeah, but then again, like is depression physical or is it just in your head? And
yeah,
then
that's
you're
what I was
saying
that's what I was
yeah.
now realizing. But I don't think I think there are stages that have to be gone through with a mental health case in comparison
I
to like a physical
I
case.
feel like okay,
We
as
can
an
never
example, right?
definitively say to
As an
somebody
example,
that,
okay, okay,
oh,
okay.
it's over for
Here.
you. You have to
All
cap
right, all
yourself,
right.
right?
Listen.
Yeah.
All right, I have this view here.
Uh huh.
So in a lot of Western civilization and society, right? Sort of parents and families are opening up to mental health and the issues, and you see
I think
people
they done
worrying about it and
they
talking.
done it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So people are working through it. But in a lot of Eastern civilizations where that isn't as prevalent and there's the stigma, we have this unique situation where the children or the young people are sort of they're more open to this environment that's toxic, like you said, like Instagram and Snapchat, and looking at other people's happy stories, and that's
Hmm.
making you sad because you're not in that
Oh yeah.
situation, right? That's making you sad, and maybe it might be contributing, right? Or whatever other reasons are contributing to your sort of your mental issues.
You know what? Let me. Can I
And
just
then and
can
then
I
wait,
just
wait,
inter?
hold up.
Okay.
And that is worsened because you don't have the proper support from your parents to sort of deal with that, because obviously there's a social stigma and they don't want to talk about it, and it's seen as a physical weakness. I feel like that puts people in Eastern civilizations, like it just like puts them in a rock and a
Hmm.
hard place, and it really fucks them up. And I
Like,
feel like that's why a lot of this is more prevalent and sort of like, I don't know, to us.
what do you think is the reason for, um, first of all, like the stigma? You realize like mental health awareness is just it's a generational thing. Like if you ask your parents, right? I think if you compare like the livelihood of you and your parents, you definitely have it better. But however,
Yeah.
you're sadder. Like at their
And
age, at your
I
age, your
feel
parents
like,
had it worse, right? But you are sadder than them. Why is that the case?
yeah, it's because sort of society is, globalization and the access of information from, like, basically, the internet, stuff like that. It opens up people to like all these different points of views, and you get to see all the harm in the world, and I feel like that just accelerates it. On top of that, if you look at Eastern civilization, right, it's very sort of society and culture here is very heavily ingrained with religion, right? And
Okay.
in the religion here, it's sort of like, how would you say, it's kind of against the religion to sort of have like mental issues or whatever. um,
Because
and it's
because what? Why?
because Allah's like, fuck depression, you'll suffer if I want it, okay, so
Okay. Okay.
I might have a bias because I'm not very religious, um, but I mean, I'm not afraid of talking about it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess
But
it's part of the faith factor. It's like
yeah, it's part
it's
of,
a test.
definitely, yeah,
It's a test. Can you live through it? Can you show your faith? What? So
yeah,
you're not
and
supposed to be
obviously,
pissed.
if you were to ask me, I would start just like fucking foul mouthing everything
Mm-hmm.
there,
Yeah.
and I'm very open about it, And the thing is, shit like that can get you like jailed here, right?
True.
I don't really care because I mean it's not like
Hey,
gonna
hey,
kill like any person.
let's steady move on. Now you say you say
But
you don't care now, but then when you're in the middle of a cell
no,
getting you,
honestly, like, honestly, no shit. Like, honestly, jail's like fucking, you don't have to do it. It's just free food.
oh
You
wow,
take a shit,
oh wow,
whatever. It's just like life.
yeah,
I mean,
I bet.
look, if you think about it this way, okay, and this might sound deep to a bunch of people, but honestly, it's just life. Whether you live, die, get stabbed, get shot, get beat up, get put in jail, fucking, get $1 million, bang a hot woman, bang a hot guy. It's life, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're gonna feel in this life. Whether you die, whether you live, whether you have like an fucking ecstatical orgasm,
Mm,
whether you fucking ascend
mm,
to the
yeah,
ninth
yeah.
cloud on like drugs, or whether you get like chopped up and eaten by a serial killer, whatever you experience, it's all life, right? So I
Mhm.
mean, does it really fucking matter? Because eventually you're gonna die and that's it, right? So whatever. I mean, none of it actually matters. But whatever you feel, it's just part of your life. And if you wanna end it early, that's up to you, man. Honestly, people are born
Ultimately,
alone,
yeah,
they die
yeah,
alone.
yeah.
Society is a social construct. Families are a social construct. Happiness is, okay, maybe not a social construct, but the most of the things that we depend on are social constructs, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at it from a very non-materialistic, non-societal, very biological point of view, It doesn't matter if you kill yourself. It doesn't matter if you fucking, get $1 million and live in a giant house. It doesn't matter if you get, raped and then killed and then your body's discovered in a forest. Because we're just humans. We're just fucking tiny cells on this shitty ass blue planet, this tiny little dot in the middle of fuck nowhere in solar system.
I think
Doesn't fucking matter. Right?
I think you know what? I think yeah, obviously it's not gonna matter, but the thing about like death, like Jesus Christ, this got so dark.
Yeah.
The thing about death, I think it depends on like the scenario of it, like how you die, because it can be tragic. It can matter to the extent that because there was potential in you. You know,
I think
you
it
could have
matters
been
because
something
other
else.
people
Like
don't
if you
think
get
like
if you
you.
get tragically run over whilst you were like on your way to like the job interview at Google, like that's tragic. And your parents would be like, God damn man, why did this
Damn,
happen?
man. Look, that's tragic
Uh-huh.
to.
That's
Look, like I said,
tragic.
it's
And
it's
also
tragic to other people
wait, wait,
because
wait, wait,
that's
wait, wait,
not.
wait,
They
wait.
don't think like you.
Yeah, yeah. And also and if you kill yourself via as a cause of depression, that's tragic because
Because
somebody
you
like
have
me,
potential.
somebody else could have actually seen potential in places that you didn't. See, I think it's all relative. We're going into
Yeah.
existential crises and thinking metaphysically
And
about
and
what does it mean.
I like to talk about
Yeah,
that, but I don't think we have the currently. I don't think we have the energy or brain power to
yeah,
continue
like
talking about how
yeah,
many
like
Jesus.
we're now getting into what is life? What am I here for? Am I here to make as much money to live up to all potentials to become famous, or am I here to like just do me? And if it's just doing me,
Yeah.
then killing myself is fine. I'm just doing me, right?
Yeah.
But I also have
Exactly.
other obligations, dead or
Yeah.
alive.
Okay. Maybe we should move on to something more physical in nature because I mean I'd like to talk about this again because I think it's a very interesting.
It is very interesting.
It's
I
a
still
very
remember.
interesting
I still
pot of
remember. Oh, dude,
information.
this puts me back. I loved when we were in like literature class. I love like talking about John Donne and metaphysical poetry. Oh
Yeah, man.
God,
It was
dude, that
fucking
was.
man.
I was always
Good times,
high.
right?
I was always high on those lectures. I was like, what the
Man,
fucking.
that was like some highbrow, high class, like we're like smoking like in those like
I know.
those like pipe, like those Gandalf pipes. I don't know what they're called.
Mr.
Like
Farrell was
it's like
Mr. Oh,
yeah, it was like an actual like 1800s high class, sort of like get together of intellectuals with like top hats, monocles, and like bow ties, and like discussing the
freaking
existence of
the
fucking.
curved beards and stuff.
Yeah, man, that shit that shit was so fun. But yeah,
Dude.
anyways, I think we should round it off now.
we should go. Okay, we should go somewhere light.
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
Papa John's are calling people niggers.
oh shit, man! Honestly, I read that yesterday and I was like, how could you? George, how could you? Man, I
Yo.
love Papa John's. It's the best pizza.
What?
But fucking goddamn
Papa
it.
John, oh, kill you. Oh no, God, Jesus. Nah, Papa
Yeah,
John's.
it's him.
No, you know what? I'm happy Papa John's got into the shit because Papa John's is
Why?
terrible. Papa John's
What?
is
What the fuck are
terrible.
you on about? It's the best pizza. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I'm not sure about best pizza, but it's pretty good
Nah,
pizza.
you
I
know,
don't know.
I hate no, dude. Papa John's. The pizzas are so
Alright,
thin.
man, look.
They're so
look,
thin.
Pizza's pizza, man.
They're so
if
thin.
If it's pizza, I'll eat it.
They're
End
so
story.
thin.
Okay.
They're
Okay, how about this? How about
disgustingly
this?
thin.
How
What?
about this? Pineapple on pizza?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
No, no.
know,
Okay.
it's
You know
sweet
what?
and-
You know what? You know what? If
sweet
you
and
okay,
salty.
if we're going on the basis of like a pure Hawaiian pizza, right? Papa John's is shit, dude. Everything in Papa John's is so like, it's so dry. Pizza Hut
I
is where
mean-
it's at. Pizza Hut is where it's
Okay,
at.
okay,
Yo,
I'll be honest. Okay, yeah.
for
I
me,
agree
for
with
me,
you.
a
It's
pizza
fine
has
as
to
shit.
be. For me, the pizza, right?
Okay,
The cheese
okay.
has to
Okay, how about
flow
this?
off.
Alright, I'm gonna bring you back to a memory. Okay?
Uh huh.
Do you remember at the end of year 9, we all
Nigga,
ordered Papa John's for the entire year 9?
dude, no,
That shit
that's not.
was boss.
No, look, the only reason I ate is because there was only Papa John's. Papa John's is cheap, and Papa John's is cheap, right? And because they're cheap, they have shit pizza. Look, if I'm going for quality,
I'll be honest,
if I'm going for
better. Pizza Hut is better, but Papa John's, I'm gonna say it's got some good pizza. Okay, come on.
Papa John's is good. Papa John's is
Don't
good.
do me
like,
dirty, man. Come on.
No, Papa John's is only good if you want to eat a lot of slices and convince yourself that you had a proper.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
That's what I like.
Pizza Hut, man, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, oh shit.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut is
Papa
you'll be like,
John's
oh
quantity
shit,
over
my
quality.
pizza's finished. What the fuck? You know, like
Man.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
don't you just hate it when you run out of pizza? Oh, it's the worst feeling.
But anyway, Papa John's calling people niggers. Damn.
You know what's funny? Apparently he said it in a. It was like on a conference call, and then the reason he said it was because somebody else, like another famous chain, said it, and they didn't get any backlash. And I was like, how can they say that and they don't get any shit for it?
What?
No shit. That's what he said.
I wonder what they're talking about.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I
like,
guess they were just talking about like public, like fucking.
Okay. I'm just gonna try imitate like an Italian, New York Italian. Hey, Papacino, man. Hey. The marketing is looking nice,
earlier,
man.
He was talking about like how he used to live in like I don't know, like was it Indiana or something? Like he used to live there, and people used to drag like black people from like fucking trucks before they died. And it was so dark and violent. And like, what? Why the fuck are you talking about? No, like that's just horrible. Why are you talking about it? You're the owner of a giant multi-billionaire fucking conglomerate of pizza, and you're talking about this shit. Like that's just horrible. Just talk about pizza for fuck's sake, you know? Anyway,
but I'm. that made me laugh.
Very passionate
the memes are making me laugh. But what other? Do you think we could get in trouble for this? Like, we don't even have sponsors, right? But
I mean,
I was just thinking, for me. No. Listen to me for a while. Okay, like for me, low key, I wasn't surprised that Papa John's got into shit for racism.
Yeah,
I was just like, man, they probably were doing it. So like, what other company would you think like behind their doors? Oh, their execs are busy yelling, "Nigger!" The nigger marketing is looking nice, lads.
Honestly, like I don't know, like not off the top of my head, but I'm guessing like some of the more like rich ones.
I found out
like Facebook or something.
Ooh, Mark Watson.
Yeah. Wait! I know Instagram. I bet Instagram says it a lot. Yeah, because you know
what I was thinking. I found out Porsche was a German car.
What? Wait, really?
Porsche was founded in Nazi Germany. So I'll probably think.
Wait, wasn't Volkswagen founded in Nazi Germany?
Yeah, and Porsche as well. Volkswagen and Porsche.
Yeah, and wasn't Fanta
and
as
Benz
well,
and Mercedes. Isn't Mercedes
oh
also?
God.
I would expect the execs of those companies behind the doors to be like, yes, have we disabled all the microphones?
Iron race. I don't know, man. Honestly,
the niggas are buying this type of cars these times. I think we need to.
Wait, okay. Before we finish, I just wanna one more thing I wanna touch on. What do you think about the Me Too movement and hitting people like? Okay, so I'll give you 2 examples, right? Like number 1, okay, maybe 3. Like, okay, so on the spectrum, right? Louis C.K., Morgan Freeman, and Chris Hart. Okay, a little bit of background on each.
Wait,
Louis C.K. literally mastered.
Chris who?
Chris Hardwick. He's like this nerd who got like a bunch of. I'll talk about it.
Man, you know what? I don't even know who that is.
Let me start. Okay. So Louis C.K. literally masturbated in front of people without their consent, which is kind of fucked up, right? And he was seen as this really funny comedian, but then these allegations came out, and I was
I feel like, Louis C.K. that was dumb. That was
Yeah,
like
like no shit.
like
I get.
if you've
Okay.
got a face like Louis C.K., you just don't do that type of
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know about just because you have an ugly face, but like, okay,
Nah.
I get making sexist comments might be funny, but literally masturbating in front of people is kind of fucking stupid. Not gonna lie,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. It's because his
That was
face.
pretty
His
dumb.
face isn't. His face isn't pretty. His face is beat up,
What
man.
do you think if like Ryan Seacrest did it, like
Yeah,
people would
if
be like,
Ryan
okay,
C. Look, I know. I don't know if any. Dude, do we even have female listeners?
hell no.
Nah,
I mean, the
fuck,
only
fuck.
ones we do have are the ones I
Dude, yeah.
force them to listen to this.
Like I know,
It's pretty
I
funny.
know if Zac Efron took out his junk today in front of you, you would not be crying right. Don't miss me with that bullshit.
Okay, I'll be honest.
I know that.
Agree. I agree.
I
I'm
know
pretty sure
that.
that's what would
I
happen.
know that.
It would be like some spicy affair that magazines
Uh-huh.
would be like, oh my god, Zac Efron
Look.
took out his dick in front of
Exactly.
fucking Selena Gomez, and then oh my god, this is like the spiciest gossip of 2018.
But you know what I
that'd be
think?
fine. But if Louis C.K. took his dick out in front of Selena Gomez,
You know what I
like,
think?
execute
Like,
the man, you
like
know?
it's unfortunate. You know what's crazy? Like these people haven't been convicted. Like we don't. What if like everyone's lying?
Okay. Anyway, I don't know, man. Okay, anyway, moving on.
I mean,
Morgan
we're rich.
Freeman.
We're-
Apparently, he made some like sexy comments or something.
Oh,
And
dude,
then
I
people
watched
were
that
like,
video. I watched
and
that.
he's old and black. I don't know. And
No,
I don't know
no,
why.
no, 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 no. Okay, you know what?
What
You
are
know
your
what?
thoughts on Morgan Freeman?
Dude. I'm gonna clear Morgan Freeman's name. What happened was,
Say Morgan Freeman's
yeah,
name?
dude. I think they were at Comic Con. There was a press conference for the new Batman movie, right? So, this, what's his name? The Batman's freaking butler, right?
Ben Affleck. Oh,
The Bat-
I
No,
don't
the
know
previous
his name.
rendition of Batman, not this fake Ben Affleck guy.
Oh, the previous edition of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Batman's Alfred.
Yeah, Batman.
Kane.
Michael Caine, right? He was talking about some lady being pregnant, and then what, she came over to him and she said, "I can't really believe it's you." And they got pictures, and you know what Morgan Freeman said?
What?
He said, "Oh, I would have loved to been there when that happened." So literally, that is all he said.
He would have wanted to take the photo.
Yeah, look, Michael Caine was approached by a pregnant fan, and I don't know, something awkward happened in that intercation, right? And then Morgan Freeman simply said, "Oh damn, I would have loved to been there when that happened." That's it. And then people went, "Oh,
No, but I think there was something else, and Morgan
No.
Freeman's response was like,
No,
"You
I
have
know.
an old man." Like it didn't seem like an inappropriate comment to me. It's just
It
something
wasn't.
people say.
It wasn't inappropriate at all. And then people already.
Well, okay. I don't know if we're talking about the same instance.
It
I
is.
think there were like multiple allegations.
Okay, you know what? Like,
Yeah,
You
we
know
should have done more research about this probably.
we should have probably. See, this is.
Yeah. Anyways, so lastly, right, this guy called Chris Hardwick, okay, I really looked up to him because he was like this nerd, and he was really he's like a really successful nerd. He made
Yeah.
some good comedy jokes, okay, which might be seen as dark by some people. Like, they're pretty funny. And he's like really successful. He made like a really successful company. He's like a successful nerd, basically.
Yeah.
And apparently his ex-girlfriend came out with like abuse allegations about like sexual assault and shit like that. And then she came out, right? And Chris Hardwick like lost his job. Like he got like fucking shooed off the stage or whatever. And like people were like, burn him at the stake. He's like such an asshole. Apparently she was like, oh yeah, he raped me like every day or some shit. I don't know, I might be paraphrasing.
Dude.
But then apparently, like a couple of days later, all of Chris Hardwick's exes came out and they're like, that's bullshit. Chris Hardwick's like the nicest man I've ever known. This is all fake. Everybody was defending him. And I was just like, that's fucking stupid. Like,
No, you know what that
just
reminds me of?
abuse your power of the Me Too movement. Like,
That reminds me of. Do you know Aziz Ansari?
yeah, things that happen with them.
Yo, I laugh.
Nerds always get
I laugh.
short stick, man.
I laugh. I laughed when I heard like Aziz Ansari is no. I denied it. I denied it. See, this is the problem
Man,
with us
Aziz
men,
Ansari is. I don't think Aziz Ansari has the balls to do something like
dude.
that.
The guy's
Honestly.
like 4 foot. The guy's like, as a
He's
woman,
fucking
as a
tiny.
woman, you
He's
have to,
Indian.
dude. He sounds like my 12-year-old brother. How can you get raped by that guy? No way.
Man, Aziz
I
Ansari is
call
a fucking
bullshit.
legend. Man. He's so funny. I love him.
Do you know how misogynistic we sound right now? Like, I call bullshit. You weren't raped. No, but dude, nah, that's not. Be real. Be real. You cannot.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
I think.
if I were to, the Me Too movement is good, but it's such a trap. Honestly, it's such a fucking trap.
It's like all
Yeah.
other. It's like all other civil rights movements. Eventually,
Yeah.
someone will leech onto it. Someone will claim.
Somebody's gonna use it.
Someone
for
will claim it
purpose.
for like ulterior motives, like maybe getting money and all these kind of things, and then it will become washed out, whitewashed, and what they need to do with the Me Too, I think, I think, I don't know. You know what? I don't even know. I can't mansplain. You know, you can't mansplain anymore.
You can't mansplain anymore. Yeah.
Life is so bad.
Don't wanna be targeted by BuzzFeed. Be careful, you know.
Life is so bad for like men. We can't mansplain. We can't manspread. We can't.
manspread.
Yo, this
This is a
oppression.
joke, by the way, people.
No, I'm not joking.
Oh my god.
Look, if I want to spread my legs, I should. I think that's
I'm like, if I want to spread, I'll fucking spread my legs. Stop me.
that's
if you
all
can.
right. That's all right. I have a thing called balls. They need to be refreshed.
I have this giant anaconda penis, alright? I need some breathing space. Jesus.
Oh, dude. Oh wait. Okay.
Anyways, man.
So
Yeah,
okay.
let's,
So
let's
dude,
fucking
this
cut it off,
episode has been. I think this should be our best. Like in terms of content, it's been really.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
feel
really
like
broad.
this one's been very charged.
Yes, yes.
One of our better ones. I'd
Yeah,
say.
one of our better ones. But although like it might not get. I
I mean,
the
yeah.
promotional aspect is always daunting for me. Every time I release, I get nervous, I get anxious. I'm like, oh, will we even pass 10 views?
Yeah.
Will we even pass? Like last time.
Are those 10 views not just us just refreshing the page?
Exactly. Like last time I got so anxious, man. Anxiety is catching me. But
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Just recording these makes me feel better. Honestly, just putting them out, regardless of anyone watching them, I feel like I've done. I don't know if I've done good, but I've done something. You know, it makes me feel like I've achieved something. Right? Just recording this shitty thing.
Wait. Do you wanna? Okay. Before we end, we'll just end on one thing. Do you wanna guess, which country the majority?
Who's gonna win the final?
No.
Oh no.
Which country the majority of our views is coming from?
I think it's pretty fucking easy to say Qatar. Actually, wait, they've probably all moved out of Qatar, right? So,
Nah.
probably like.
Okay. Qatar has the biggest watch time of 172 minutes.
Holy shit, that's a
35,
lot of minutes.
yeah,
What the hell?
35% of our view time is coming from Qatar. But let's see.
There
Most
you
of our views, dude, I was so surprised. I was not expecting Zimbabwe to be
Sweden?
top.
Oh my god!
I was
what?
not what
What?
Zimbabwe, dude.
Your friends are actually listening.
I don't know if it's my
Wow.
friends. I don't know if it's my friends.
They were like, hey guys,
Dude,
there's this
30.
Zimbabwean dude talking to some fucking Asian dude.
Hey,
We should
30.
listen to
Look,
them.
27%. We have 39 views from
Holy, what the hell?
Papa Bless.
That's actually I wasn't expecting.
Papa Bless. Papa Bless.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
Next objective, get like 26% from Pakistan.
Yeah.
that's not gonna
20.
fucking
Oh wait,
happen, is it?
Pakistan. Oh dude, Pakistan. You're not. Oh Jesus, you need to stop
listen,
pulling
man,
up.
Nobody fucking. Listen, nobody speaks English here, okay? There's no fucking-
I'm not gonna publish it because it's a bit. It's a oh Jesus. It's a oh.
Anyway.
What are you using Tor browser or something, man? Yo.
Honestly, yeah, if this gets famous and somebody listens to this episode, they're gonna be like, this guy needs to go to jail. Fucking right.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get,
Okay, let's wrap it up. Yo, it's been episode the the umpteenth episode of Not Too Sure What This About podcast. It's been me,
Yeah.
Smene K. Stones, Lyrical Mastermind, telling you everything, and I'm fine.
Oh shit, that's smooth, dude. And this has been DerpGamer 1990.
Yo, gang shit only, niggas. Oh shit.
Alright, we'll catch you next episode, laddies. Stay safe and actually, whatever. Stay safe, don't stay safe. It's up to you.
Peace.